Good morning, my mini loves. Um, I am your host, Mandy Conant, and this is the Many Loves Lunch Hour on Split Radio. Um, I'm so happy you all could join, those of you that have, or those of you that will be watching later this evening, whichever. And get the chat up so I can welcome everyone. Um, Sorry, I had a doctor call like when my daughter's doctor called just before it was time to sign on, so I had to take that call, and so I'm like everything. So um trying to make sure that everything's good. I Happy February 21st. It is the week after Valentine's Day. I don't know who said that, but thank you. They just said, you look amazing. I appreciate it. Thank you. I feel so much better. Uh, I, as many of you know, I did not have my show on last Monday on Valentine's Day. Because I had some health issues. I was sick. I was gross sick, y'all. I woke up Monday morning and um my oh, that was Robin that said I looked amazing. Thank you, Robin. Grayson says, glad you're back. Oh, I'm glad I'm back too. Thank you. I'm glad you're back. Um I woke up Monday morning and my uvula, not to be confused with my vulva, because I had many friends that were confused. And I posted on Facebook that my uvula was swollen and that I couldn't talk. And I had a lot of friends go, damn, it's bad when your vulva is so swollen you can't talk. Not my vulva, folks, my uvula. So I am back. Did not have, I couldn't talk on Monday because when I went to talk, I would gag myself. Like it would gag me. It was the weirdest fucking thing, y'all. Um, and then when the swelling went down on Tuesday and I could talk, I couldn't. My voice was gone. So I spent all week with hardly any voice, and I'm back. I feel like today's the first day that I'm 100%. Yeah, like it was crazy, but it was just as my daughter would say, it was just a mediocre virus. I was just mediocre sick. I did not have COVID. I did not have strep. They checked me for all of the nasties that they know of, and I didn't have any of them. I was just regular old sick with a regular old virus, apparently. So, um, but I appreciate everybody extending me some grace and not giving me too much shit for not being on last week. And I hope you all had amazing Valentine's holidays with your partners and significant others. I hope that you dated yourself for Valentine's Day. I hope that it was, I just hope it was everything that you wanted. Today's show, which was supposed to be our Valentine's show, and I didn't turn the ringer off on my phone. Sorry, hold on one second. And I failed miserably. There we go. Today's show is going to be about sex and ethical non-monogamy, which is what it was supposed to be about last week. And, bleh. So yeah, we're going to talk about sex this week, which means I'm going to put a PSA out there. And this PSA is to my partners or my previous partners, because I am going to talk about sex and I'm going to talk about sex with other partners. So if you don't want to hear about it, I understand not listening today. I really, my lipstick's all weird. I really try hard to not give my partners more information than they want. I don't want to info dump on them if they don't want info. So one thing I really try to do is try to practice consent in what I'm telling my partners as well. So they're not hearing things that they don't want to hear, or that's going to make them uncomfortable. So I did text some of my partners earlier to let them know I wasn't able to get a hold of all of them. So this is my PSA. If you are one of my partners or you are one of my previous partners and you do not want to hear about my sex capades with other partners, I would completely understand, and completely understand if you don't listen to this episode. So not all of my partners listen to my show anyway. So there was some I didn't have to call, but I do have some partners that listen every week, and I appreciate that. And I love that. And I am so incredibly grateful for your support. And I completely understand you not wanting to listen or watch today. So that being said, let's talk about some sponsors real quick. And then we'll get right into it. We're going to talk about the good things about sex in ethical non-monogamy. We're going to talk about the bad things about sex in ethical non-monogamy, because newsflash, folks, it's not all fucking roses. And then we're going to talk about some of my personal struggles, because I'm not perfect. I have been ethically non-monogamous for over 20 years, and I still have things I struggle with, and I still have things that I don't get completely right. And that's one of the reasons that I do this show, is to make sure that people know that it's a constant work in progress, right? We're constantly working on ourselves, and there's no like polyamorous nirvana that we hit or that you should even reach for, because you can always better yourself. You can always get to a better place, and there's always more understanding and more learning and more just a better place that you could be in. No such thing as poly nirvana. So sponsors first. Not a sponsor, but I do want to give a shout out. Show my bibis. It says choose compersion. If you know what this is from, you're amazing, because this is super, super important to me. And if you know what this is from, let me know if you know what this is from, and share it, because I miss my LDB. First and foremost, this means I have to get on it. Hold on. First, let's talk about One Condoms. You can't order these on the website, but you can win them when I do giveaways. No, my face isn't actually on the condom. My children, my kids, and my partners are very thankful for that I am just on the wrapper. One Condoms, if you go to, I know that the website that I have listed here is onecondoms.com, but if you go to my One Condoms first and download your fit kit, you can, I think you can order it, or you can like print it from home. And you can size your junk. If you are a penis owner, you can size your penis to find the exact right fit of condom for your junk. They have over 60 different sizes, that and one of them is bound to be the perfect fit for your penis. So download your fit kit, measure your junk, then go to onecondoms.com and use the promo code ManyLoves for 15% off of your order. One condoms are amazing condoms. They will change your fucking sex life. And you can do it for 15% less expensive. They're not expensive to begin with, but they have these great tins. I don't know if you can buy the tins online. I'm just gonna leave that down there. Those tins are great. They hold like 4 condoms and they protect your condoms in your purse or your wallet or pocket or whatever. It's all over the floor right now. But then you can order these. If you don't know what type of condom you want, they have these great multi-packs that are called Mixed Pleasure, and they've got the super sensitive, and they've got some of them glow in the dark, all kind of ribbed super studs. Oh, they have flavor waves, and it has a strawberry on it, which is promising. I like strawberry flavored stuff, especially body stuff. They have really, really great lube too. The Move lube is amazing. So go check them out. Go spend some money on condoms that fit your dick. It'll change your life. Then let's talk about AdamandEve.com. Go to Adam and Eve for any of your bedroom enhancement needs. Lingerie, contraptions that hang from the ceiling, contraptions that hang from your junk, contraptions that you put inside your junk, all kind of contraptions and toys and fun stuff and lubes and tasty treats and all kind of stuff to enhance your bedroom activities. Go to adamandeve.com and use my promo code MLLH, like Many Loves Lunch Hour, for 50% off almost any one item. There's a couple things that you can't use it on, like the super expensive shit, or like the exclusive, if it's got somebody's name on it or something like that, probably not. But almost everything on the website is 50% off with one item with my promo code, and you get free shipping, and you get some like free other stuff too, some fun little extra stuffs in your cart. So go check out adamandeve.com and get some fun stuff to spice your bedroom up. The last sponsor I'm going to talk about is Probably Polly, the Probably Polly podcast, the podcast where we question everything, even our name. I co-host this podcast with my amazing co-hosts, Michael Haig and Sarah Lucas. And you can find us on probablypolly.com and on Facebook at Probably Polly and Instagram. And our latest episode that's out is about overrated sex acts. And we had so much fun taping it, and we had so much fun. I had so much fun going back and listening to it after it was done editing and released and stuff. So go check it out. It's a great episode. And then go check out some of our other episodes that are more intelligent and theory-based and ethics-based. Such a smart podcast. I love being part of it, and I love listening to it. And I learned so much stuff from my co-host. So go check it out. Let's see. Grayson has a shirt too that says "Choose Compersion." Always try to choose compersion. We can't all, but choose compersion if you can. And if you don't know what that means happiness for your partner's happiness with other people. So, and we got them at RelateCon, the very first RelateCon in Boise. I miss all my Boise people. I am actually going to be flying up to not Boise. I'm not going to fly up to Boise, folks. I'm sorry. I'm flying up to Portland to go to Kink Fest in April. Going up there to visit some of my amazing family members. Robin from Sex with Robin. You all know her. You all love her. I get to hug her. And my LDB Jen, who used to put RelateCon on. Two of my absolute favorite fucking individuals on the planet. And guess what, folks? I'm going to be there on a Monday. So I am going to do the Many Loves Lunch Hour with hopefully Jen and Robin with me. I'm going to try and talk them into it. This is the first they're hearing of it. I know that Robin will be down. But we got to try and talk Jen into it. So if you know Jen, make sure you hit her up and let her know that I want her to be on the show. And if you don't know Jen, I promise you, you'll love her. Okay. Sex. There's a super like big glare on my glasses. I'm trying to do the show from my laptop today because I don't know why y'all didn't tell me, but the sound was horrific coming from my webcam and my computer. Please let me know if today is better or if that is just the way I sound and it's not my computer, it's just my voice and I'm annoying. So please let me know if the sound is better today. If not, I don't fucking know what we're going to do. We're going to figure something out though. I get from a lot of people oh yay, awesome. Robin says it sounds great today. Yeah, I want to know why you hookers didn't tell me it sounded like shit previously. Because I don't listen to myself. The only time I listen to myself is on the podcast. Somebody else just said this is so much better. Thank you. The only time I listen to myself is on the podcast, and that's because there's such a time difference between when we record the podcast and when we release the podcasts. And not everything we said in the recording, like we record for like 2.5 hours sometimes for a 45-minute to an hour podcast. So I like to see the finished product. I'm here for all of this. Like I'm 100% present and you guys get everything live. So I don't listen to these. And I just happened to be scrolling on my Facebook and one of the videos came up and it was like, oh God, what is wrong with the sound? I wonder if it's always like that. And so I went back and looked at another one and it has been. You guys got to tell me this shit. It sounds awful. So I'm glad it sounds better today. We'll continue to do it this way from now on if this sounds better. Something that we as ethically non-monogamous people get a lot is comments about our sex lives. And we some of us do have substantially more sex than maybe monogamous people do. And some of us don't. Because not all of our relationships are sexual. And a lot of times monogamous people don't understand that because they've been fed this this hegemony, this hetero monogamous normativity that you have sex with your partner a certain amount of times a week and that's your duty, and it's you guys know. You've all been not monogamous at some point in your life, right? We've all done that, and obviously it didn't work, or for some of us it may not be working, and that's why you're hanging out with me today to figure out why it's not working and what's on the other side of the fence. So we get questions a lot. We get comments a lot on our sex life. We get comments and questions. So I figured we would just fucking talk about it today. I know I'm kind of stealing Robin's show because if you really want to talk about sex, that's who you listen to, is Sex with Robin, of course, in the next hour. But yeah, I want to talk about sex today and how it applies to ethical non-monogamy. Let's talk about the positives, and then we can talk about negatives, because there are negatives, people. There are negatives. And I want to hear, always, as always, you listeners, my listeners and my viewers, make this show so much better than just me sitting here talking to myself. So, if you could join in, that would be amazing. I encourage questions and comments and criticism, as long as it's constructive, from all of my listeners and viewers. I want you to be part of the conversation. This is a discussion. This isn't a lecture. So I want to hear your positives first on being able to, like your sex lives and how it differs, like the positives as opposed to monogamous sex lives. I know this is Robin. Robin says that they'll have to talk about ethical non-monogamy on their show today. I said, I'm going to talk about sex. It's a switcheroo today. You talk about ethical non-monogamy and I'll talk about sex. One of the positives that I find is I really can have as much sex as I want. That doesn't mean I can have as much sex with the partner I want. But if my libido is high and just high in general, and I'm just a horn toad for a week, I can have as much sex as I want. I can, and not everybody's libido that way. Mine doesn't work that way sometimes. Sometimes I want to have sex with a particular partner. Sometimes it's I just want to have sex. Yeah. But it is sometimes with a particular partner. And so of course that doesn't fall into the pro column, right? Because your libido has got to match up with theirs that at that time and in that space. But sometimes we want to fuck. Sometimes we just want to have sex. So if we have crazy high libidos and our heads and our junk are not being super picky, that week we can have as much sex as we want, right? I use week as a time frame for some reason, and I don't know why, but I feel like it's a not too long and not too short time frame. We also get a variety of different partners, right? Because we have different partners. So if I am in the mood for certain types of sex, I can hit up different partners. There are some partners that I have BDSM relationships with. So if I'm looking for like more, we'll say heavy-handed sex, then I will contact one of those partners, or specifically that partner. I have one partner that I have a BDSM relationship with. If I'm in the mood to be cuddled and I want to make love and I want just sweetness, and that's, that could be a different partner. If I just want a quickie, I have a quickie partner. That's not to say that the quality is not there. It's just a fast one and done. That's what I needed. I just needed to get off real quick. it's if you want a partner that like if you have a partner that focuses on certain body parts more and you're feeling that, like you one of the things that I love about ethical non-monogamy is I do get that variety and that menu of interests, if you will, in the bedroom. Um, it's important for me to have a BDS element in my life. Um, and I feel like I would really it would be a detriment to me as a person if I didn't have somebody in my life that fulfilled that role for me. So, that's but most of my partners, in fact, all of my partners except the one, we don't have that type of relationship. We don't have um that dynamic in place. There are certain kinks that um I can partake in with certain partners that I can't with other partners. Um there's so my nesting partner and I have this long running joke that we've had for a decade, to explain our ethical non-monogamy to people who don't maybe quite understand it. Um and you all, if you've listened to my show from the beginning or the podcast or what have you, you've heard me say it before. Um, he likes butt sex. I don't like butt sex. I don't like stuff in my butt. I mean, it's an out. It's an exit only for me. Um, because of health issues. I've tried it. Don't come at me with the whole like you're just not doing it with the right person. I don't like it. So it's I have health issues that prevent me from enjoying it. Um but I want my partner to be able to have anal. I want my partner to be able to do that. And just because I can't do it doesn't mean he shouldn't be able to. So one of the reasons that we're ethically non-monogamous. Um and I have compersion for him when he gets to put it in someone's butt. We high five if we talk about it, if his partner's okay with telling me about it. We don't share when it's not consented. So yeah, there's a different, you kind of have a bigger menu when you're ethically non-monogamous. Yes. Yes, anal compersion. Anal compersion for sure. So you get a bigger menu of sexual options when you are ethically non-monogamous. You can get a bigger. Of course, this is not word. You guys don't hold to that. As I always say, I speak from my experience and the experience of people I know and have in my life. So another one of the benefits of sex in ethical non-monogamy relationships, it doesn't have to be there. It doesn't have to be there because we can have relationships that are not sex based. That's one of the great, that to me is one of the most amazing things about being ethically non-monogamous and polyamorous is that my relationships don't have to involve sex. I can have relationships with people for different reasons and the sex doesn't have to be there. And I don't feel obligated to do it with everyone. So I know it sounds funny that the option to not have sex is one of the positive things about sex and ethical non-monogamy, but it is. It's the like I said, that feeling that you have to do it is not there, or that it has to be part of your relationship. Um, Contrary to a lot of all, of course, but a lot of monogamous relationship where people feel like it's a duty. It's right. It's part of their marital duty or their relationship duty to have sex with their partner. Um, that's one of the great things about polyamory and ethical non-monogamy to me, is that I don't have to. Um, that's not there for me. That I have to be part of that, or that has to be part of my relationship. We have a comment that says it's a pitch for future Relate Con t-shirts. Use anal compersion. I'll let Jen know. Choose anal compersion. You just put like a butthole right here. Something else that actually my platonic life partner brought up to me, well, here, hold on one second. We've got a comment before I go on to the next thing. It says, and I don't know who it's from. It just says Facebook user, so it might be Robin. Having partners of various libidos and interests allows each relationship to be authentic without ever building resentment for not matching or meeting wants. Yes, yes. I'm actually going to pull that quote and put it up on the Facebook page because that's amazing. It's so perfect. It's so great. And explains it way better than I did. My platonic life partner, I was speaking with her before the show, and I said, you know, what do you think are the pros of sex and ethical non-monogamy? And we got to talking, and I said, oh, that reminds me, I need to text my partners and let them know about the show today. And, you know, to give them that warning, right? That we talked about at the beginning, that like, if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to hear this information, then don't listen today. And it kind of like randied one of my partners up. And my platonic life partner says to me, that's a bonus right there. It's this, I don't want to say competition because it's not a competition, but you do want to stand out, right? Like you want to be memorable. You want to be like, oh, that's the partner I do that with. So I feel like it develops into like, I wouldn't say a competition. It develops into this this banter, we'll say. And if you can, if any of you can think of a better word, this banter where it kind of like keeps, you know, like, oh, well, I'm gonna make sure that she remembers me. Like we're gonna it makes your partner step up their game a little. If that's I don't want to sound toxic here, because I do feel like it's kind of borderline toxic, but it's reality, right? It's real. There was a text message conversation that was had, and I made sure that I let my partner know that I was gonna share it. And he said it was fun. But I said, you know, this is what's gonna happen and on today's show, so don't listen. I know you well enough to know that you don't want to hear any of this. And there was there was some dirty texts back and forth about making sure that I remember who he is, and that, like, ooh, I was blushing for a minute, and And so my platonic life partner was like, see, like that, it kind of gives this like healthy competition, this like healthy banter. And that is a kink for some people. That reclamation, when you have gone to see a partner and you have had sexual relations with that partner, and then maybe you go see another partner, or you come home to your nesting partner, or you go spend a week with another partner, or what have you. And there's like some partners, some people find it super hot to have like a reclamation process. I would say that's more of a kink than it is part of ethical non-monogamy, but I do see that a lot in ethical non-monogamy. And I think it's completely healthy as long as everyone's consenting and everyone, is on the up and up, of course, and it's communicated and all that jazz. So that was something that like I didn't even think about until he texted back and was just like, wow, remember who I am in bed. And then I was like, well, you just gonna have to remind me, aren't you? And so it was, yeah, it can be sexy. There's a whole like, to expand on the reclamation kink, there's a whole cuckold kink, right? And that's what most people know about, right? Is like cuckolding. And I'm not Robin, y'all. I don't know the specific, like the correct words for all this shit. But like it's hot knowing that your partner went and had relations with another person and then they come back to you, and like there's a whole spectrum of kink, of specific kinks for that type of interaction. From I don't want you to shower, to I just want you to maybe tell me about it. And of course, like I said, it is only ethical if it is consensual, y'all. So make sure that this partner is okay with you telling this partner about your dirty deeds. Okay? Or your clean deeds. I don't know how you do your deeds. So there's that. And like I said, I'm not saying that it's a completely healthy interaction in ethical non-monogamy, but it does happen. And some of my partners partake in it, and it's everyone that is involved is consents, and it's not competitive. Like I said, I don't want to use that word competitive, but it does spice shit up, man. And keeps their toes. Please message me and let me know if I have like triggered an ick factor, because like I said, I'm well aware that it's borderline. Let's talk about the negatives now. And I hear you, Mandee, what could be negative about having amazing multiple sex partners? That was like a weird Bill Cosby thing. I don't know what that was. Mandee, what could be negative? What could be negative about this? And there are, and in fact, my list is just as long in regard to negatives as it is positives. But some of these also cross over too, where you could see them as a positive. You have multiple partners, you should be having regular STI checks. I personally encourage people to have regular checks if they have one partner. Even if you're monogamous, you need to be having an annual, at least, STI check, because you don't know percent that your partner isn't bringing something home to you. So I highly encourage people, even if they're monogamous or they believe they're monogamous, or believe they're in a monogamous relationship rather, to have regular STI checks. When you are ethically non-monogamous or you are in a non-monogamous relationship, I then encourage you even more to have even more regularly, more often, STI checks, STI screenings, to know your status, to be able to communicate your status to your partners. So your partners are making informed decisions for their partners. That can be a pain in the ass. That can be a pain in the ass, really, and figuratively, monetarily, right? Because we live in this stupid country, and medicine is expensive and healthcare is expensive, and we have to pay for these lovely little checkups. So that's a con for me in that category, where it's something else I have to take care of. I have anxiety and depression, and I battle taking care of myself, much less getting doctors involved. So to me, that's in the negative column. But it can also be in the positive column, because knowing your status, whatever it may be, is always a positive. Nuanced things. When you share your bed with multiple partners, you have more laundry to do. I fucking hate laundry. I hate doing laundry. So that is a negative for me, that I have to do laundry. I wash my sheets more often than I would if I were the only one in them. Let's see. We have a comment here that Robin says, "Oh, it didn't even occur to me that you have to pay for STI testing. What the fuck?" Yes, Robin, we live in the US, most of us. Not all of us. I know we have listeners in Canada and other countries as well. But me, yep, I live in the US, and we have to pay for our STI testing every time. Even if you have insurance, even if you baller insurance, you still have to pay a copay every fucking time. And I am extremely privileged to have great insurance, that I only have a small copay that I have to pay. But I've definitely had partners that didn't have health insurance and had to pay hundreds of dollars every time they had STI testing. So what I said laundry. Yeah, I fucking hate laundry, and I have to wash my sheets more often. So that's negative for me. I have bought more sheets, y'all. Don't give me this shit about buy more sheets and you don't have to do as much laundry. You still got to wash the fuckers. But I do own multiple pairs of sheets, so I don't have to wash them as often. Someone says the laundry, the changing of sheets. Oh, and the extra cost of condom toys. Yes, it's more expensive to have sex with multiple people, y'all. And I have the privilege of having a washer and dryer across the hall. Some people have to go take their laundry to a laundromat and have it done. So there's extra costs incurred, and like the comment said, more condoms you have to buy, toys that if you don't share toys, which of course there are toys, watch Robin shows for that. There are toys that you don't want to share with partners. There's toys that you can sterilize and share, but sometimes no. So there's that added cost too. Luckily, you can go to adamandeve.com with my promo code and get 50% off any one item. So you can save some money there. Let's see. Scheduling. Man, when you got all these people wanting to have sex with you, you got to find time to do it. That's yeah, like when we're just talking about sexual relationships, right this minute, when you're I'm trying to say this without being offensive to anyone. When your body is in high demand, you have got to schedule, and Google Calendars is of course, there's other calendars too, but Google Calendars is my main way that I stay on track and stay on schedule and don't double book, because I do that a lot. And yeah, so scheduling sexy time with partners around laundry days and affording condoms and your STI checks. And it's one of those like first world problem things, right? Oh, ethical non-monogamy problems. We should all have such issues. I get that, but they are negatives, y'all. Let's see. Facebook user says, kind of a pro-con blend for me is cleaning my room. Yes. Con because it's really annoying, but pro because if I didn't bring people into my room, it would never be tidy. For sure. I have a partner that says that exact same thing. That may be my partner saying that exact thing. Yeah, you when you have multiple, like, most of my partners I'm pretty comfortable with, and they know that my room is a mess and that I'm not the cleanest person. But yeah, you've got to clean your. Oh, Robin says it was her. Robin is not one of my sexual partners, but she is one of my life partners. She's family. And I don't clean my room for Robin, just a heads up. But I'm not fucking her either. So I maybe Robin, I'll clean my room for you if you're giving me some booty. I'm just saying. And now Robin is laughing, and I have messed up her mascara as she's trying to get ready for her show, because Robin puts her makeup on while she listens to me in the morning. Let's see. Something else with that in that same scheduling issue is lack of sleep, people. I work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5. I have 3 kids and a grandkid and multiple partners and this show and my podcast, and I go to school full time. And if I'm fucking every night and I'm not getting any sleep, all that shit's not getting done. So that is a con because I need sleep. I have to have sleep function, and I have to have a good bit of sleep to function, or I am what I call a Mandee. So yeah, if you're having too much sex and you're not getting any sleep, that's a con, man. That's a con, comma, man. Grayson says, I have long distance partners and I am only near my nesting partner. I'm going second puberty and my sex drive is pretty ridiculous, and it could be a positive if I had more partners anywhere near me. But I don't, so I feel like it's a con. It's for sure a con. So because like we said, sometimes your sex drive is for just sex, and sometimes your sex drive is for particular partners, right? We can have both, and we can have either or. So I can 100%, I see Grayson where that's a pro and a con. But I just fucking lost my train of thought there. I was going to say something, but I don't remember what it was. If I remember what it was, I'll message you later, Grayson. So I'm talking fast now because I had 10 minutes left and I didn't realize I was worried about having enough to talk about today. And apparently, I didn't have that problem. Um, so, one thing in that segment of thought that Grayson was just talking about, and said earlier about having partners that may not be sexual. Something that I have struggled with is my I've had partners in the past not communicate their sexual needs of our relationship to me and then hold me accountable for not providing said needs that weren't said, right? Providing unsaid needs. So I do want to add that make sure that you're communicating with your partner that that's the kind of relationship you have is a sexual one or a hypersexual one or a sometimes sexual one or a once every 6 months one or mostly cuddling and could lead to sex one. Like make sure you're communicating your sexual needs to your partners. I would imagine this is from Robin. Robin says, come on my show today. I want to continue this. I can do that. I can do that. I can go on Robin's show for about a half hour because I have a regular work meeting at 2. So my time. So then I'll have to jump off at like 1:30. So if that's cool with you, Robin, I'll come on for sure for the first half. I want to, though, because I don't know if that this is what Robin's going to want to talk about, but some of the struggles that I have with, I have some struggles that I run up against in being ethically non-monogamous and sexual. I'm just now getting to a point with my body that I'm okay. That I'm accepting of what I look like physically. For a really long time, what was here and what was here didn't match. I don't want to call it body dysmorphia because I don't think that that's what it is, and then I don't want to discount people who do have body dysmorphia because I feel like that's much bigger than what I had or have, and I just didn't where I thought I needed to be didn't match where I was, right? And a lot of us had that problem, right? Right. Whether it's with acne or our weight, or where things maybe aren't as tight as you feel like they should be, or not as big as you feel like they should be, or bigger, you know what I mean? So we all had that, like it's like body being, like super body conscious about our appearance. And not confident. I'm really just getting to a place in my life where I'm okay with it. But I previously have been. And so that's hard to overcome with one partner. You put multiple partners in there and it's super fucking hard. And they're all different relationships, right? And they're all different dynamics and they're all different situations. So you've got to do that again and again and again. You've got to overcome that with this partner and you've got to overcome that with this partner. And that's been a struggle for me historically. It's been hard to be okay with me naked with the lights on and be 100% okay with me whether the person in the bed with me is not. Or most of the time, the person that's in bed with me is 100% completely happy with my body, couldn't be happier with my body. And I am the one that's not. Or, that's been the case previously. I'm getting to a point. I'm getting better, but that is a struggle that I have that is exponential when you're ethically non-monogamous, when you have multiple partners. Someone says the first time someone sees me naked is always in person because of body issues. I want to see their real reaction, good, great, or bad. I completely understand that. I would have to say, yeah. I mean, I don't. I send teasy pics when I start talking to somebody, or I start, having a flirtationship of some sort, or embarking on a new relationship with a new partner, or seeing where it's going to go. I'll send flirty pictures, but nothing that shows anything that would get me arrested. How about that? So yeah. The other struggle that I have, I'm going to ask Robin if we can start the show, or if that can be one of the things that we talk about and get out of the way, because I think that's something I want to go into a little further, and I only have 3 minutes left of my show to do it, and I don't think that's going to be enough. So first, I'm going to remind Robin to send me an invite to her show, because that's how we have to do it. We can't just, unfortunately, just jump on each other's shows. Wouldn't that be cool, though? So Robin sent me an invite to your show so I can jump on with you. And I want to ask if I can tell one last struggle. So in order to hear this one last struggle, I'm going to tell you all to meet me over on Robin's show, Sex with Robin, in the next hour here on Split Radio. If you don't follow her Facebook group, you should join her Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group, you should be. Join my Facebook group, The Many Loves Lunch Hour with Mandee on Split Radio. That's on Facebook. And as always, I want to hear your show requests. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to hear me ramble on for an hour and talk about? What do you want to talk about? Do you have something an issue that you want to ask me about, I'm not a professional, y'all. I don't get paid to do this. I've never been paid to do this. I just speak from experience, from myself and from the ethical non-monogamous and polyamorous community. Over 20 years experience in that. I don't have any letters behind my name, but I am super open-minded and I listen well, and I don't always take my amazing advice, but I usually give pretty good advice. So I am going to dip out because I got to pee before Robin's show because coffee. I want to thank you all for listening, for joining me today, for bearing with me through my health issues. And I love you, my many loves. And until next time, next Monday, every Monday, here on the Many Loves Lunch Hour on Split Radio.